the easiest way to build a business is through whatever you want to call it, be it a value ladder or be it an offer suite, but it truly is essentially where we stop chasing shiny objects, we stop thinking our people need everything for us, and know that what we can do is set out this offer suite or value ladder, which by the end of it, people will get everything they need should they want to stay with us for that time. It's so clear about how to break these things down into smaller chunks so we can have a few different offers, but then our people are able to simply climb that ladder, climb that offer staircase from one to the next in the most logical, exciting, seamless way. And when we finally crack the code on this offer ladder, on this value ladder, and know how to have the right offer ideas in the right order that people can move through with so much ease, magic happens. As a female online business owner with dreams of more income, more impact, and more freedom, you know there's more potential in your business waiting to be unlocked. But figuring out how to shape and transform your biz and get seen, loved, selling, and scaling can feel like, well, a mystery. So how do you cut through the noise, create offers that deeply resonate, sell and scale without you always being on, all while creating a life you love? That is exactly what this show is about. Welcome to Seen, Loved, Selling, Scale. I'm Corinda, your small biz marketing sidekick, digital offer strategist, and online biz bestie. With tens of thousands of digital offers sold, tens of thousands of people helped, and millions of dollars in revenue generated in my own business as a small business owner. And through this podcast, I am here to share it all. You'll gain clear, actionable insights, strategies, and shortcuts to master your online marketing, build scalable online offers, and create a business model that works for you as much as it works for your people, so you can grow your income, amplify your impact, and free up more of your time. Let's get started. Hey there, and welcome back to Seen, Loved, Selling, Scale. I am so excited in this episode to be talking about one of the main questions that I am forever asked as a digital business bestie. And it is a question I absolutely love because there is actually a very simple answer that can create so much success. And that question is, what the heck should I be selling in my business? And I absolutely love this question. And when people ask, I normally see one of two things. And please DM me if you want and let me know which of these camps that you are in. But I normally see people that might be in camp A, where they have dove into the digital world. So maybe they have online offers. And at the moment, they've kind of just created bits and pieces of everything. So they thought, my people need this, and they went off and created it. And then, and my people need this, and went off and created it. And, my people need this, and went off and created it. And right now, they're kind of in that place where they're like, hang on a second, this has become really confusing to market organically. It's really like I'm on the content carousel at the moment, the content merry-go-round. I really don't know what to be marketing and when, but even more so, like my people aren't moving from one to the other. So I'm having to market really, really hard to always acquire new customers for all of these new programs I'm created. And people are maybe telling me that they're a little bit overwhelmed or don't know where to start as well. So that's kind of camp A that I see. And I call this like the chasing the shiny object syndrome. And I'm absolutely not saying that in a negative connotation in where you haven't been getting outcomes for people. It's just that those outcomes have likely been a little bit harder, a little bit laborsome, and just a little bit overwhelming for potentially you and people now when we're looking at your offer suite as a whole. And then the other camp I see, camp B, is actually where people just don't have any idea of what they should be doing, or when ideas come to their head, they actually feel like, oh yeah, but my people need this as well. Like, yes, I could teach that, but then they need this, and I could do this, but they need that. And oh my gosh, like they really just need everything. I just don't know what to do. And they actually are stuck and stagnant and not moving forward with their business transformation. And whether you're in camp A or camp B, I want to say I feel you, right? I'm absolutely positive that I have like yo-yoed between these two camps over time in my earlier business days. But there was one thing that really, really, really absolutely shattered both camp A and B for me and being stuck in that. And that was when I really realized that the easiest way to build a business is through whatever you want to call it, be it a value ladder or be it an offer suite. But it truly is essentially where we stop chasing shiny objects. We stop thinking our people need everything for us and know that what we can do is set out this offer suite or value ladder, which by the end of it, people will get everything they need should they want to stay with us for that time. It's so clear about how to break these things down into smaller chunks so we can have a few different offers, but then our people are able to simply climb that ladder, climb that offer staircase from one to the next in the most logical, exciting, seamless way. And when we finally crack the code on this offer ladder, on this value ladder, and know how to have the right offer ideas in the right order that people can move through with so much ease, magic happens. And I've certainly seen this in my own business where I have a really defined, easy to manage as a one woman, one part-time employee, one office assistant doggo running the show, serving tens of thousands of people through this offer ladder. And I've also seen it in the other businesses that I'm privileged to work with as well. Businesses hitting those 6 figures, those 7 figures with ease and freedom and are overflowing with income and impact. And it is because they are able to do less with more clarity and do each part of that better. And we are going to dive into that. So in today's episode, we are going to be looking at the cost of having too many ideas and why I actually potentially want you to find the right amount of ideas for your business, and then how to actually come up with what should be in your offer ladder from end to end in that value ladder, and then how we can break this up into just enough offers to be absolutely overflowing with abundance and success and scalability in your business, but not so many offers that things actually start to fall apart or become overwhelming. And then how to evaluate what idea you should be putting in first and how to bring it all together. So let's dive in. I want to start with the cost of having too many ideas first, because if this is you right now and you are of the school that you should be launching something new every month, or you are of the school where you've just gone through and created offers over the time because you thought this person needs this person needs that, I want to talk about the reason that I don't recommend this. Now, I'm absolutely not saying that you can't see success with this, because you can, but you can see success, what I believe, in an easier way. And truly, that is what I am all about in my mission and my vision and what I'm driven to do. And it is to help people create dream businesses without the burnout, without as much of the overwhelm, and with way more ease. And when we have too many ideas, what I really see is a few things. So I really see this like mental clutter that business owners have. They come to me and we might get on a coaching call or be in like a group coaching program, and they'll like, I just don't know what to sell. Like, I've got this offer that could be right and this offer that could be right and this one and this one. And the answer to that is, I'm actually not here today to help you to pick which one to sell. I'm actually here to help you to rejig your offer suite so you don't face this problem in the future, because there actually is no easy answer to what you should be selling when everything feels cluttered and chaotic and a mess. The easiest answer is to actually clean up that back end, and then selling becomes a dream. The other thing that happens is having too many offers slows us down. It slows down our ability to scale because we have to optimize so many things. So in my business at the moment, when I'm doing things and I'm looking back and I'm thinking, how can I make this better? How can I make more money? When I'm going through my seen, loved, selling, scale pillars, and I'm looking at, am I getting seen? Am I getting loved? Am I getting selling? Am I getting scaling? I actually only really have to look at like 3 things in my business: my low ticket offers, whichever one I'm pushing at that time, my membership, and then my scalable business school, which used to be digital product to profit, right? Like those 3 tiers. all I need to be doing is looking at visibility for those 3 offers, looking at my brand and my secret sauce and my story in those 3 offers, looking at my sales page and my selling mechanisms in those 3 offers, and then looking at scalability. How is the offer run? How is it marketed? Can I automate more of it? Who am I when I'm running that? Do I need some personal or professional development? So in the businesses where I see people have like more than, let's say, 3 offers, it absolutely just becomes so much more workload. Like you're trying to sell everything maybe on the front end without a clear customer journey. And what I see is it's like, I've got to optimize that sales page, and I've got to optimize this one, and I've got to infuse the brand here. And instead of having 3 touch points, you might have 10 or 12, and you might not even be getting the traffic through those offers to be able to optimize them in the right way. And when I say optimize them, it's just a fancy word for kind of like looking at the data and figuring out what could be like a little bit better, essentially. And so when we do less, we can actually get more results in business. So again, I actually am anti no business model, right? Like as long as everything's ethical and gets outcomes for clients and you're happy doing it, if you want to have 30 programs, if you want to drop a masterclass and a main program every single month for the rest of your career, like hell yes, all power to you. But if when you're doing that, it doesn't feel good, if when you're doing that, you want a better way, if when you're doing that, it's starting to feel off and out of alignment or even just hard for your customers, I want you to know there is a better way that you can still see success with less offers. And it all comes down to mapping out your A to Z journey. And for my other camp who might not have ideas at all, who might have these ideas popping up and thinking to themselves, I can't run that because if I run this thing on this, they also need this thing on this or this. This is also your answer. And so it is the idea of an A to Z journey in your business. It is you defining your full transformation path for your client. So I want to encourage you to do an exercise with me. If someone came to you for a complete transformation, what would that transformation be? Now, you might be in a service-based business at the moment. You might have some knowledge that you want to share. You might already be working with people, but essentially what you might have is this full transformation. And I'm going to call this your cure for dehydration. So for anyone that's listened to the last episode, you'll know in business that I have this analogy where I believe that we all have the cure for dehydration. This is like the analogy for our expertise. So we know everything there is to know about dehydration. We know what people need to do in terms of like their cells and their water intake and their lifestyle changes and their diet and their blood tests and all of those types of things. We call that the cure for dehydration. So I want you to write down what your cure for dehydration is. So if I had to write mine down, like what I am an expert in, if I was sitting at a dinner party with them and they said to me, what do you do? And I actually had to give them an answer. So I'd say I help women in online business get seen, loved, selling, and scale through content, copy, compelling marketing, and cool AF digital offers, right? Like that would kind of be my overall dinner party pitch for what I do, essentially. And so let's say that person then dove deeper and they literally said to me, oh my gosh, that sounds so cool, but it sounds like a lot, right? Like, so there's like content and copy and compelling marketing and then offers. Like if someone came to you and like they just wanted to do that step by step, how would they walk through that? And I want you to pretend that you are being scrutinized at that dinner party. And it's going to be a real awkward conversation if you don't give this person an answer. And I understand that not every journey is linear, right? Like I completely understand that. Like someone might come into my world already having sorted out their copy on their website. And now we need to work on their content or their whatever it might be, right? And I think, well, normally I do it the other way around. I'd kind of create your brand voice and a little bit of social media first, then maybe a website or whatever it might be. But cool. I'm just going to set out a logical pathway that if the majority of people came to me starting from scratch, how I would work them through. So I might say to this person, okay, well, first of all, I would probably help them to master their marketing because everything we need marketing as a foundation. And so that would kind of be like, I would help them with their brand because brand is everything, right? Then I'd help them understand their audience because the strength of a business is only as strong as its understanding of its ideal audience. And then I would start teaching them content marketing in different places. So I'd probably teach them like social media, and then I might help them get their website done. And I might also make sure they've got like another content marketing platform like email marketing. Then I'd be making sure they got traffic to all of that. Then we'd kind of check all of that and make sure it's converting. And, I'd be there with them while they were doing that. Then once they were doing that and they were getting whatever, their offer was, or their one-to-one service, or whatever it was, that initial seen, loved, and selling, I'd probably start to talk to them about scaling. And the first thing we would do to scale is put a low ticket digital offer in place. So I'd probably help them ideate it and create it and sell it and then scale it. I'd teach them about like the sales funnel that we can use for those low ticket digital offers. So by now they'd have all of their organic marketing still kicking over. They could be doing some paid marketing in that because that's part of increasing traffic. Then they've got this cool offer that they're putting into their business. And then I'd probably help them from there to start to transform the rest of their business as well into like a scalable business. So really looking at their value ladder, their next offers, and really focusing on that offer marketing and you mentality when we come to scaling. So this is how I've now broken this down for this person at this dinner party. And guess what? This dinner party conversation was absolutely freaking invaluable because I have just built myself an offer ladder where I can cover everything my IC need to know to get my A to Z transformation, to get my cure for dehydration. And then we start to break this down. So I want you to picture this like an actual ladder or like a staircase on its side, right? So at the very bottom, we would normally have our entry level offer into this. And this is normally what I call our A to B, B to C. And this is going to be our low ticket digital offer. And for those of you who have listened to episode 1 on this, you'll understand the importance of this. But essentially, we want to start solving an immediate, specific problem the person is problem and solution aware of. And as soon as we've got this A to Z style transformation out, we know where people enter our world and what that first offer is going to be. So offer 1 for me, if you remember what I said, is that marketing comes first and all the things under that: brand, audience, content marketing, traffic, increasing conversions, and some support. Offer 2 is like that scalable low ticket offer. And then offer 3 might be scaling a business. Now, I want to be clear, this isn't actually my actual offer ladder. I just want to show you how these things can break down, really in no right or wrong, as long as we're kind of using this methodology. And so I would look in this marketing knowing that this is the first thing that my IC for the transformation for my cure for dehydration beliefs need to be doing. And I would start looking for my low ticket digital offer in there. And this would be the first rung of my ladder. All someone needs to do is take a tiny, tiny step to get into my world in an area that is at the beginning of their transformation that they are problem and solution aware of. So if that doesn't make any sense to you, the last episode will cover that in detail. For those of you who were there with me, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. We're just looking for what they're saying. This would be so much easier in one of those topics that are at the start of my customer journey. And that becomes our low ticket digital offer. And then we take whatever that offer identification was and we make that into the bigger first program, the one that they're next going to step into after our low ticket digital offer. So for me, that would be a marketing offer. Think about my content mastery club. What I've got in there essentially is I go through base, build, boost, which is doing our base, which is our brand, our audience, content marketing, moving into build, which is our website and extra traffic, and then building into boost, which is extra traffic again, increasing conversions and using some, additional marketing strategies to really get seen, loved, and selling in that place. So that is my offer. And I am able to create that offer and then focus all of my energy on this ladder. So my ladder is to get people into ladder step 1, then to move people from ladder step 1 into ladder step 2. And I also invite people from the outside world to get into ladder step 2 as well. Now that works beautifully. I get, amazing people from organic, from outside the value ladder. And I also get people with so much ease stepping up from my one low ticket digital product into my value ladder. So this is how we can increase scalability. And it's so clear. People are simply moving from that low ticket offer into the next stage of their journey. Then again, we build the next layer out or the next rung or the next step out, which in this explanation or that I've broken down is my low ticket scalable offer. So I might have a program that just teaches people how to do digital products. And just to be clear, I don't have this product anymore. So please don't get too excited. You can learn how to do low ticket offers and a scalable business. So all the other offers that come next in the one place, be it the Scalable Business School. And I'll talk about that one day, about how I actually wanted to simplify my offer ladder even further, because I didn't want 4 rungs. I didn't want a low ticket offer into a membership, into a program, and then I've got coaching on the top. So that's technically 5. I actually just wanted low ticket offers into my content, into my offers program as a whole, and then maybe coaching on top of that. So I actually decided to join 2 offers together again. And we'll talk about that another time. But this is what you can do with your business. And it's why I believe that doing less can actually get you more results and more freedom, because of that level of optimization, because of the clarity for people to move through that. But let's say in this situation, the next offer was going to be that low ticket scalable offer. I would put that as my next value ladder. And at the end of the Content Mastery Club, I move people from that. Whenever I said I got base, build, boost, I move people from boost to say, congratulations, you've now mastered your marketing. Are you ready to scale with low ticket digital offers? Come into this next stage, the first part of that, which is like low ticket digital product funnels. And then when they're in that low ticket digital product funnel program, I say to them, amazing, you've now mastered your low ticket digital product. Do you want to now build a next step in your business? Come into the next program. So you can see here how all I need to do is acquire a customer one time in that low ticket offer or via organic marketing into one of my offers. And then my offers, my value ladder, my offer ladder moves people from one to the next. And that is an entire income stream in itself, from people moving from one to the other. And then, of course, I invite people from the outside world into each of these offers, but I'm only launching, let's say, well, now 2, but in the past 3 offers, right? So I would just open my Content Mastery Club and market that, close that. I would then say, hey, my low ticket digital product, offer is available, close that. And then I had this scalable mastermind, which I've now closed, but I would offer that. And a lot of my people would come from past programs. And of course, using great organic marketing, which I teach in the Content Mastery Club, I was able to fill up other spots as well from the outside. But that's all I need to have in my business to create multiple 7 figures as a 1 woman, 1 part-time employee show. Yeah. And so you can start to see here that this also makes it so easy for me to optimize, because I literally just have like 2 or 3 main sales pages that I'm looking at. I have 2 or 3 main launches that I need to go through. And in fact, I can put a lot of this on Evergreen as well, should I want to, but I actually just like live launching. That's the marketing systems that I choose under selling. You don't have to choose those. You can choose what you want. But this is essentially how you can break down your offer ladder. And this isn't the only way that you can do this. This isn't only business to business. This is also B2C. So if I was sitting there and I was a soap maker, for example, and my A to Z transformation of my cure for dehydration is that I teach people how to get into soap making. I teach people then how to make advanced soaps. And then once they're making that and they've mastered that, I actually teach them how to make income off that and potentially be a business on their own if they want. So yes, I understand that there's like a bit of B2B in here, but essentially what I might do is create a low ticket offer, which was just how to make like 1 type of soap, 1 really, really easy type of soap. I might then lead people to a mid-ticket passive offer, which is how to make, 5 other types of soaps. And then I might, if I want, to have like another container, which is a bit of a live pop-up for support. Maybe 2 or 3 times a year, I kind of like run this evergreen program live and people can come into it because maybe I love live community. And then at the end of that, I'd say, hey, if there's anybody here who's now like loving soap making and wants to sell their soaps, come into this next program with me. And I would be able to scale this infinitely, apart from maybe those higher levels, which aren't actually meant to necessarily scale. That higher level, if you imagine a staircase on its side or a ladder that we're climbing up, as we go up the ladder, we normally go down in scalability and up in price. Now, we don't have to. I always kind of speak generalizations. There's going to be people's value ladder out there where their highest priced product is their most scalable or something like that. That can absolutely be done. But a lot of the time, what I see is the higher up the value ladder that we're getting, sometimes we're getting like a little bit more higher touch from us should we want to. That might not be scalable if we don't want to hire teams. You could hire a team and scale it, but if you don't want to, there might be a cap on that. So we really just focus on making big chunks of money down the bottom of that ladder and then really good chunks of money at that top of that ladder. But we might be working with smaller amounts of people. So I might charge $20 for a low ticket product that I sell tens of thousands of times during the year. And I might sell $2,000 for the highest thing on my value ladder. And I might sell that to 100 people throughout the year, right? I'm still making amazing money plus all of the other rungs below. And it's such a clear journey with way less optimization in there. So I really want you to think about your value ladder in this way. Go through and really write down, do that explanation to someone at a dinner party. If you had to explain step by step a pathway to get that transformation that somebody wanted, what would that be? Pick that glass of water, that low ticket digital offer from the very start of where you've identified, because that's going to be the first offer you create. And you want people to move from that low ticket digital offer into that first offer if they can. Then have 1, 2, 3, however many you want to manage offers after that of what people are going to achieve in this container. So for me, people are going to master their marketing. Then in this example container, they were going to, get their low ticket digital offer seen, loved and selling and scaling. And then they were going to, overhaul their business as a whole. And those would be the key outcomes that people would achieve in there. And then I want you to start to think about what you want those spaces to look like, because you've heard me say it before, our offers determine our days. Our offers determine our weeks. Our offers determine our income, our impact, our flexibility, our freedom, our fun. If you hate live launching and you hate live support, please don't build an offer that requires you to live launch and live support. I want to be realistic that there's going to be some times in our businesses where you might have to provide some support, but if you don't want to be in an offer every single day, don't commit to being in an offer every single day. If you know you can get outcomes for your people through the training, through whatever it might be, and you doing office hours once a week in there, create an offer like that. Look at what people perceive the value to be of having some support one day a week. Look at what other people are charging in your market that's like this. I have a whole pricing methodology on how to price these programs, but this is some of it. And then price it accordingly for what it is and make sure it is scalable. And this is what I really want you to look at now is how you would, some people call these containers, right? But like what type of offer you would actually create. Like many people may not know this, but the Content Mastery Club actually started as a course. It was called the Content Clarity Cure, and it was actually a 4-week course I was running. And I actually decided that I was tired of saying goodbye to people at the end of it. My values and what I want to do in business is actually spend like longer periods of time with these beautiful, beautiful humans that I was working with. So I transformed that into a membership. And that's okay too. It might take you a little while to know what you like, but if the thought of having a membership like sent shivers down my spine in the worst type of way, I wouldn't be creating a membership just because somebody else was having success with that model for this container. I would have created a different way, like a 12-week program, and run it that way. So I really want you to look at what type of offers you might like in your business, be that memberships, be it subscriptions, be it evergreen programs with no support, be it hybrid programs with some support, be it full-on group programs where you're one-to-many with support in there, be it high-level masterminds, be it group coaching programs where maybe you just bring in 5 people to go through something. And instead of it being a $10,000 service, you would do 4 people one-to-one. Maybe this is a, $5,000 thing that they're able to do with you, like it's a done with you. If you can bring 10 people in, you're making $50,000 instead of making, I think I said 5 people, but let's make it 10 people, right? You're doing a group program, 10 people at $5,000. That's $50,000 for your time instead of $10,000. And as long as you can ethically get people results, genuine results in that area, doing it this way, then these are the types of offers that you can be looking at to master that scale section of your business And then that seen, loved, selling pillars become so much easier as well, because when we're breaking down our visibility, our trust and loyalty and love factor, and how are we getting these selling, we're looking at way less spots. And seen, loved, and selling becomes so much easier because we're literally just inviting people from one to the other. So there you have it. This is how I truly believe that if you're in camp A of feeling like you're chasing shiny objects, or camp B feeling like you're stuck and stagnant and not sure how to transform your business into something that can scale with doing less but better, if you will, this is how I truly recommend you look at your business. And if you need a hand with this, if you want to dive deeper into breaking this down, into understanding your cure for dehydration, into knowing what containers are available and appropriate and what they look like, and talk to people that have run these types of containers before, if you want to know about pricing, if you want to know how to create these offers and then actually how to move people from one to the other, but also market these from the outside, getting people to come in also in more automated ways, in more seamless ways, in ways that get more results but require less of you. This is what Scalable Business School is about, which, while we're talking about value ladders, is what my digital product to profit and succeed and scale mastermind actually turned into. It is now the Scalable Business School, where I help people with that second part of my cure for dehydration all in the one spot. And I would love to see you inside when that offer is available, if it is for you. You can check out the link in the show notes to actually see if it's open at the moment or if there's a wait list, or you could just DM me on either of my Instagrams to find out more about that. But I really hope that this has given you the clarity to get out of that feeling of chaos and shiny object, or maybe being a little bit stuck, and into being excited about the journey that you are going to take your customer on, and how you can break that down into an offer model that is truly overflowing with more ease, more simplicity, and hopefully a lot more income in your bank as well. That's all from me. Thank you for joining me for this episode, and I cannot wait to see you next time, where we continue getting you seen, loved, selling, and scaling. Now, before I forget, I want to celebrate with you the launch of my show by doing an exciting giveaway. There's going to be 3 winners, and the prize, this is the best part, it is actually of your choice. You can choose between a free annual membership in the Content Mastery Club worth $555 if you're wanting to get seen, loved, and selling in any type of business through content marketing. Or you could put that $555 towards the Scalable Business School, my newest offer, which is the place if you want to take your knowledge and transform this into an offer suite that seriously creates you a business with more income, more impact, and more freedom, and how to get that seen, loved, selling, and scaling with more ease, all in the one place. The choice is yours between the 2 offers for what is right for you. So to enter, I've made this super easy for you. All you need to do is follow this podcast, give it a 5-star rating, and leave a review on Apple Podcast, what you're thinking about the show so far. And before you hit submit, take a screenshot of that review and send it to me via DM on Instagram. So either DM that to This Is Co or This Is Corinda, either account doesn't matter. And that is you entering. And then for a bonus entry is you can screenshot any one of these first 3 episodes, share it on your Instagram stories, and tag me. So again, I'm at This Is Co or This Is Corinda, and you can tag either account for that bonus entry. And if you don't have an Apple device, that is absolutely okay. Send me a DM on Instagram about what you love about the show. The giveaway ends on Tuesday, the 3rd of December, 2024, and I'll be announcing the winner on my Instagram stories on both accounts on Wednesday, 4th of December, 2024. And I'll be sure to send you a personal DM to let you know if you are one of the lucky winners and have you pick your prize. I've put all of these details in the show notes for you to make it even easier, and I can't wait to catch you in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Seen, Love, Selling, Scale podcast. I hope today's episode left you feeling inspired, fired up, and empowered to make serious moves that align with your goals and version of success, both in life and business. If you loved what you heard, head over to www.thisisco.com.au to find all the links and resources mentioned in today's episode. And if you aren't already following the show, make sure you hit that follow button so you never miss a future episode when it drops. I'll see you again next week, same time, same place, same goal to get you seen, loved, selling, and scaling. See you then.